Welcome back. It is Wednesday, June 19th, and the MLB and our 5 best bets are on the way. It's Austin joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday. Another 2-2 day. Nothing catastrophic, but let's talk about it. Diamondbacks money line, wonderful call, Logan. They dominated start to finish, 5-0 victory. We'll take that. And our parlay of the day came through. Stephen Kwan, wonderful work, my friend. Our two losers were my two picks. Severino under 2.5 earned runs looked really good. Only 1 earned run through 4. I turned off the game to go do something. I come back and he spawned in with 6 runs. I was like, okay. And then the Dodgers and Rockies first 5 SGP was a donation in all facets. I actually really like the Rockies plus 1.5 yesterday. And if I took that, you would not be seeing me right now, as if you saw how that game ended. Woof. But either way, a 2-2 day. Let's dive into the picks of today. Yesterday, we did talk about our Dinger Tuesday picks, and while neither of ours landed, granted, our 2 Nerfy leans, of course, hit. We did have to do our giveaway where we said we'd give away $25 to one person that commented down below the best odds for a guy to hit a home run, and they actually came through. Zach Geloff, plus 900 from William Deal, 5255. Woo, man, I would love a plus 900 cash right around now. But Zach Geloff, wonderful call. Had a couple other Dansby Swansons, which was second place, I believe. Good calls from all of you. Let's dive into today's picks, though. It's not Dinger Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Let's go and dive into the picks. We got 5 of them. We're going to start with the first one of the day, the hit parlay of the day. It's on Odds Checker. 2 guys to get a hit. We're not probably going to touch 2 of the guys in early games, so you should have plenty of time to lock this in. Another 2 hitters to get a hit. Yesterday cashed. I know what? I'll spoil one of the legs. Stephen Kwan, welcome back to the hit parlay. He came through yesterday when we needed him most. We got a running back. He's been on a heater. So go check it out. Top link in pinned comment and the description. You'll find it there. It should be live right around after this video drops. Now, let's dive into the second pick. And, we've talked about how the hit parlays have actually been doing really well for us this year. And you know what? We're doing one in the video today. So we got 2 hitters. Here's the 2 hitters, Bryce Harper and CJ Abrams. Now, this is not the hit parlay of the day. The one that you'll find on Odds Checker will be 2 entirely different hitters that we're going to be tracking for 1 unit. But we're also going to put 1 unit on this one. We got Bryce Harper going off early, a 1:05 p.m. start Eastern time in Philly. And CJ Abrams starts around 4. As always, if you were on FanDuel for minus 124, if you want to wait to place it, we don't mind doing that since we're on FanDuel, where if Bryce Harper did not start, you would be able to and pinch hit. You kind of get screwed. So we're going to wait to place this one. But I do think that Bryce, you'll know pretty early on in the morning if he's playing or not. And I think he gets a hit against Matt Waldron. Now, Bryce hitting 4 straight helped that start that rally, which Logan had a great time at the Phillies game last night, seeing the comeback. But 4 straight and a hit, 9 of his last 10, hitting 314 at home. We've talked about all the time. Bryce is just super cracked at home. And against Matt Waldron, who's been really good recently, I think some regression's coming today, especially with this over-under at 9. And you look at him, he has been really good, struggling against lefties, allowing a 277 batting average to lefties. Obviously, Bryce, a lefty, could pitch around him, but Alec Bones been making him pay too. I think they're going to give him some pitches to hit. And Bryce is not afraid of swinging at that first pitch knuckleball, and he could potentially put that into the bleachers today. Then the other, like CJ Abrams, will face Brandon Pfaadt. Brandon Pfaadt's been pretty good, and I think he has a pretty good outing today. However, the only thing he's really struggled against, especially this year, was lefties. And obviously, Abrams is a lefty, and he's allowing a 301 batting average to lefties. Abrams on an 11-game hit streak, hit 341 over that time span. I'll roll with the hot hand in Abrams. I think he's one of the only guys that has a pretty good game for the Nats today. So those are the 2 legs. Bryce Harper, CJ Abrams, minus 124. Taking it on FanDuel. Really like those 2 hitters get a hit. And a reminder, we have another 2 hitters in the hit parlay of the day on Odds Checker. Top link in pinned comment and description. If you want to parlay all 4 guys to get a hit, I think it's not a bad bet to put out there, but that's our 2 hit parlays. Go check out that one, top link in pinned comment. But Logan, you got a pick today, and you're going back to a team that made us some money yesterday. Who are you rolling with?
Yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate this one. I'm taking the Arizona Diamondbacks minus 1.5 run line, plus 100 odds on Bet365 is your best value there. Now, if you're looking at this matchup, yes, I'm once again rolling with the Diamondbacks. Now, yesterday, I just took their money line and that cashed. I don't get the fortunes of that today, especially, with the books adjusted this matchup a lot. They looked at these 2 teams. Diamondbacks are hot right now. I'm just going to keep riding them, especially who they're facing today. It's going to be Patrick Corbin, 5.84 ERA, 1.62 WHIP. Nasty numbers for Patrick Corbin. The only reason they put that guy on out on the mound is because they're paying him too much money not to. So Corbin's getting lit up by both sides of the plate. 313 batting average to righties, 323 batting average allowed to lefties. What are you good against, right? If you're going to be a left-handed pitcher, you better at least be a little bit tougher on lefties. He's actually getting smoked by lefties. I really do think this matchup, is going to perform well for the Diamondbacks hitters. You look at Patrick Corbin too, 6.23 ERA at home, He's 0-3 at home as well. I think if we look at with runners in scoring position too, that's been Patrick Corbin's big weakness. He's allowing a 320 batting average with runners in scoring position and a 333 batting average with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. That's how you get the classic Patrick Corbin hit parades. They've been happening way too frequently this year, and the Diamondbacks are the team to capitalize on that. Over the last week, Arizona second in batting average with runners in scoring position out of 355. The only team better than them is the Grimace Mets, of course. No team can beat them right now. Arizona should be in a prime position to hit around Patrick Corbin. I just hopefully they don't overlook him. Patrick Corbin only has good outings when teams are just trying to hit grand slams and just hit balls 500 feet. If you just put the ball in play and you focus on hitting those runners around base, you should be able to have success. Hope that's what the Diamondbacks do for us today. On the other side, we've got Brandon Pfaadt starting for the D-backs, 4.38 ERA, 1.62 WHIP. If you look at Brandon Pfaadt, his numbers have been sort of up and down this year. He put together a good outing in his last start, which is what I needed to see. He went 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run at home. This will be a test for him though, because he's struggled on the road recently. Can he string that momentum in from his last start into this start? I think he can. He does struggle with runners in scoring position, kind of like Patrick Corbin. 310 batting average allowed with runners in scoring position. But if I look at this one, so that's like Pfaadt's weakness. The Nats yesterday, they were shut out by Slade Cecconi and his 6 ERA. I mean, come on. Like, do I need that type of performance from Pfaadt today? No, he can go in and allow maybe 1 or 2 earned runs. I'm fine with that. But I'm sensing a decline in this Nationals offense, which they are a streaky team. They were just really hot. I sense them cooling down, and when I'm sensing the cool down, I gotta fade them. They're over the last week, they're 23rd in batting average with runners in scoring position, only hitting 208. So even if Brandon Pfaadt is providing them those opportunities, which I think he might, he's still going to challenge them to hit with runners in scoring position, and it's just not something the Nats have been able to do consistently. We look at these bullpens: Arizona 23rd in bullpen ERA, Washington 17th in bullpen ERA. Even when Brandon Pfaadt does come out, I still think this Diamondbacks bullpen holds it down. I just really am finding it hard to be able to believe that the Nats can keep up with the run line in this one, especially when Patrick Corbin puts them in a hole early. Then they have to claw back late in the game just to be able to cover the -1.5. This bet is mostly about Patrick Corbin. I think he gives up a ton of runs. I think the bullpen is strong enough to keep that lead. Give me the Snakes on the -1.5 run line. But Austin, what else are you going with today?
All right, Logan, I'm diving into a pick, but I'm going to try to help you out here. Patrick Corbin has yet to allow a run in the first inning at home this season, and he definitely ain't giving up a run today. But let's dive into a pick that I really like, and it's not a lot of 2-base props today, or that I normally take, but today we're rolling with a guy that I know you guys love on the channel. His name is Bobby Two Bags, Bobby Witt Jr. Roll with him to get 2+ bases, and I absolutely love this spot for him today in Oakland. Now, if you backed Bobby last night, I'm sorry, because he went 0 for 5. And that was actually only his second time this season where he went 0 for 5. And I'm betting on a bounce back here because I think he's obviously been one of the best hitters in the league. And I think he bounces back here in a great matchup. Now, this is -110 on DraftKings. I do want to note that is solid value. If you're on FanDuel, don't even bother going and looking at the odds because they have him at -155. That is criminal, especially if Bobby doesn't play today, we get our money back. But if he doesn't play and pinch hits, you're screwed on FanDuel. Just don't take it there. Go to any other book. You'll get -110 to -120. That's perfectly good here. Now, like I said, Bobby went hitless yesterday, just his 18th game in the season hitless. And the previous 17 that he went hitless, he went back and had 2 bases in 13 of those 17 games. So he's been really good at bouncing back, not having 2 bad games. Now, why do I like him? Because he's facing a righty in Luis Medina. Now, hey, look at him this season. He's batting .325 against righties with a .934 OPS. Much better than against lefties, although he's still crushing lefties, let's be honest. But Medina's also struggled against right-handed batters because he's allowing a .303 batting average to righties with a very high .793 OPS compared to just like .587 OPS to lefties. Like, this is the guy that throws pitches in the middle of the plate, and I think Bobby will be able to make him pay. And you look at the 3 pitches he's going to see from Medina, there are 3 main pitches. You've got 34% four seam, 27% slider, 24% 64% sinker. Those are the pitches he's been throwing to right-handed batters this year. Bobby's expected batting averages first those pitches respectively, 358, 298, and 362. The four-seamer and the sinker, he has an over 60% hard hit percentage. We all know Bobby Witt Jr. Obviously, he can hit a home run and then make it a no-sweat bet. But we also know he's elite at sprint speed, 100th percentile in sprint speed. What I also love about Bobby, 39th percentile walk percentage. Higher than last year, but still not a guy that really wants to walk. What he wants to do is put the ball in play, do some damage, get those extra base hits. We know he has the speed. If maybe it's a deep single, maybe it's into the gap, but maybe the outfielder is able to cut it off before it gets to the wall. Well, Bobby is going to test it. So I'd rather a guy that's going to test his luck and try to go for two than take his single and go on to the next at bat. If you want to take him for two hits, which is probably what we need from Bobby, probably good value there too. I really like him to get 2 bags today. They don't call him Bobby 2 bags for nothing. He's getting at 2 bases today. But Logan, you got a player prop for the people out there. I think this one's going to be pretty popular, but I don't see how we don't play it. Who are you rolling with?
Yeah, this play is certainly a play on the line. It's a player prop. I'm taking Ranger Suarez under 5.5 hits allowed, minus 115 odds on DraftKings is your best value. I told you guys before my philosophy with these hits allowed props. If they keep putting out these lines that are kind of whack, I'm going to go ahead and take the under. I just don't think this line should exist. Rangers under 5.5 hits allowed in 10 out of his last starts this season, 10 out of his last 14 starts. So the hit rate is certainly there. That included 8 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed versus the Padres in April. He saw them back in April. He's seen this lineup before, and he pitched well against them. He's been terrific. 224 batting average, or expected batting average. That's 74th percentile, 89th percentile in expected ERA, 90th percentile in ground ball percentage. Ranger Suarez is there. You see his name in the NL Cy Young contention just because of how good he's been this year. I tried fading him last week, didn't work out. I mean, he's dialed in right now. It doesn't matter which catcher he has behind the plate. I do want to note, though, that Ranger is over this line in 2 straight starts against the Mets and the Orioles. Both those teams are top 10 batting average against lefties this year. The Padres matchup are not, though. This will be a lot more favorable for Ranger Suarez. San Diego's batting 226 versus lefties, 24th in the majors. They're 9th in walk percentage versus left-handed pitchers, which is fine with us. If they want to run up Ranger Suarez's pitch count, whatever. I mean, if this bet comes down to just hits, he can give up, he could walk 4 guys in a row, and we don't really care about that. As long as he's making them not earn it through hits, that's what we're looking for. They faced 8 lefty starters in June. The Padres have 6 of the 8 went under 5.5 hits allowed. The 2 that went over, JP Sears and Christopher Sanchez. I like Ranger Suarez to stay, dialed in this one. Playing at home, early start time in this one. The bullpen's pretty well rested too, in case Ranger does get into trouble later into this game. Obviously, they will try to stretch him, but Aaron Nola gave them a pretty solid showing. And Aaron Nola yesterday, I think he had only allowed like 1 hit or so through 5 innings. He was flirting with a no-hitter himself yesterday for a hot minute. I think we see a similar performance from Ranger Suarez, a pitch-to-contact guy that certainly is able to get those outs. And this is also, last point of note, a bad spot for the Padres. I mean, they have to be sort of tired of getting beat up by the Phillies. The final game of their 6-game road trip before returning home tomorrow. The Padres are one of those teams that you can never trust to give 100% effort night in and night out. Yesterday was a heartbreaking loss for them. I was at that game. I enjoyed it a lot. It wouldn't shock me if some of these hitters at the plate aren't, entirely engaged. Also wouldn't surprise me if, one of them randomly got rested. One of their better hitters like Suarez, who's actually hitless in a couple games. I still love this one for Ranger Suarez. I love his under 5.5 hits allowed. I don't think that line should be 5.5. But Austin, you know what time it is.
It's Nerfy Nation time, baby. The flags are out. And man, it feels good to bring back Nerfy Nation. Now, the last few days, we've given out some Nerfy leans, and they've turned green. I will be so angry if the one day we make one official, it is a loser, but we really like this one, and we're going to a late-night game, and maybe there's a stream coming later on tonight. We'll see how our earlier picks do, but let's dive in to this one that we're rolling with, and we're going to Brewers and Angels, taking the no-run first inning, currently minus 115 on Fanatics. Now, if you're looking for the next best odds, it's about minus 122 on FanDuel. A couple other books are on minus 125, maybe minus 130. As always, we do not go any higher than like minus 135. Now, that's about as high as we'll go for a Nerfy, but minus 115, I'll take it here. Now, let's talk about Tyler Anderson, who will go for the Angels. He's actually quietly had a really good season for the Angels. Angels. Their pitching staff's been very up and down. He's been actually pretty steady for him, and he's 11-3 on Nerfies, 5-2 at home. He's been pretty solid. The Brewers are a team that are tied for 22nd and first inning runs. If you want a free bet to add, Willy Adames will be getting a hit in his first at bat. He hates us, but other than that, I mean, the Brewers have struggled against lefties all year long. They really haven't had a great batting average. They can draw some walks, which could be a thing. Anderson might walk a guy here and there, but the Brewers are struggling with runners in scoring position, and 5 straight lefties, knock on wood, have Nerfied against the Brewers, who had gone 8 straight games with the Nerfy prior to yesterday. So they got the Nerfy out of their system. We want 3 quick and easy outs from Tyler Anderson, and I think he delivers just that. But Logan, who's going to have to take us home for us in the bottom half of the inning?
It's going to have to be fastball Freddie. Freddie Peralta starts for the Brewers. We need this, Freddie. He's 10-4 on Nerfy, so solid Nerfy record there for Peralta. He's coming off a 6 earned run start. He's still Nerfied in that game, though. So, you know what? You can give up a million runs in the second inning. I don't care, Freddie. Just we need those first 3 outs. We look at this Angels lineup. They're tied for 22nd and first inning runs with the Brewers. I think this is a solid Nerfy to take. Both these offenses, sort of lackluster at times. They're going to be challenged with runners in scoring position as well, as long as it's not the solo home run. Pray on that. Nerfy Nation, let's fly the flags today.
Get 6 quick and easy outs in Anaheim. So those are, I think I counted actually 6 favorite picks of the day. I think I miscounted at the beginning of the day. We had a big slate. It's a great Wednesday slate. We're having a great day. So let us know your favorite picks down below. Let's have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks. And we might see you later on tonight for a Nerfy live stream. We'll see. We'll see you guys then. Peace.